Friends, we're diving into a moment that's shaking America to its core. The tragic loss of Charlie Kirk, the 31-year-old conservative powerhouse who built Turning Point USA into a movement that woke up a generation. It's September 20th, 2025, and tomorrow, thousands will gather to honor this fearless voice at a historic memorial service. Charlie was gunned down just 10 days ago on September 10th at Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah, in a cold-blooded act labeled a political assassination by Governor Spencer Cox. The nation's reeling, flags at half-staff, vigils lighting up from coast to coast, and a suspect in custody facing the death penalty. Tomorrow's farewell at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona isn't just a funeral, it's a rallying cry for the fight Charlie started. If you're standing with Charlie's legacy, watch this through, hit that like button, subscribe, and share your heart in the comments. Let's honor a man who lived for truth, faith, and freedom. No half-watched negativity, please. Let's keep this about Charlie's light. Buckle up as we unpack the shocking details of his death, the hunt for justice, and what's coming at tomorrow's memorial, who's attending, who's speaking, and what it means for America's future. Picture this. A bright afternoon at UVU's outdoor quad, buzzing with 3,000 students and supporters packed in for Charlie Kirk's American Comeback Tour. Charlie, that larger-than-life figure with a megawatt smile and razor-sharp wit, was doing what he did best, sparking debate, tossing hats to the crowd, challenging young minds on issues like gun violence and transgender ideology. At 31, he was a conservative titan, co-founder of Turning Point USA, a nonprofit mobilizing Gen Z for MAGA with chapters on over 2,000 campuses, host of The Charlie Kirk Show, a podcast pulling millions with his calls to save America, a Trump confidant who helped flip battleground states in 2024. At 12:23 p.m. Mountain Time, as he stood in the gazebo, a single supersonic crack tore through the air. Blood poured from his neck, a sniper's bullet from the Losey Center rooftop, 142 yards away. Drone footage from Reuters captured the chaos. Students screaming, diving for cover, security scrambling as Charlie collapsed. Videos show him reaching up, blood staining his shirt, the crowd frozen in horror. First responders airlifted him to Timpanogos Regional Hospital, but it was too late. He was pronounced dead on arrival. Turning Point USA's statement hit like a gut punch. It is with a heavy heart that we confirm that Charles James Kirk has been murdered by a gunshot at Utah Valley University on September 10th, 2025. President Trump, voice cracking, ordered flags to half-staff and called Charlie great, even legendary, vowing a posthumous Presidential Medal of Freedom. From Arizona to DC, vigils erupted, students clutching candles, Catholics praying rosaries in Scottsdale, flowers piling at TPUSA's Phoenix headquarters. Charlie left behind his wife, Erika, 36, a former Miss Arizona USA, and their two young kids, a daughter born in 2022, a son in 2024. Erika, now Tapusa's CEO, declared, "The cries of this widow will echo like a battle cry." The investigation moved like lightning. Within hours, FBI and Utah police poured over surveillance footage showing the suspect. Dark clothing, an American flag patch on his shirt, baseball cap, sunglasses. He scaled the Losey Center railing at 12:15 p.m., low-crawled into position, fired, and bolted northeast with a controlled jump. In nearby woods, they found a bolt-action rifle wrapped in a dark towel, one spent round, 3 unspent cartridges etched with bizarre memes. "Hey, fascist catch. You've got notices bulge. Bella chow chow chow. And if you read this, you are gay." LMO no shell casings on the roof matched the weapon. DNA on the trigger pointed to Tyler James Robinson, a 22-year-old from St. George, Utah, a third-year electrical apprentice at Dixie Technical College. Robinson, once a quiet kid from a MAGA-leaning family, had swung hard left, embracing pro-LGBTQ+ views and clashing with his parents. His mom recognized him in FBI photos and turned him in. On September 12th, he surrendered at Washington County Sheriff's Office, whispering he'd rather kill himself than face arrest. Text to his partner, Lance Twiggs, a transitioning male, laid it bare. "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it." He detailed changing outfits, ditching the rifle, engraving bullets with anti-fascist slogans. On September 16th, Utah County prosecutors hit him with 7 counts, including aggravated murder. Kids in the crowd upped the stakes. They're pushing for the death penalty, citing premeditation. Robinson silent, uncooperative, with a hearing set for September 29th. But whispers of a deeper story linger. His online dive into furry subcultures, explicit games like Furry Shades of Gay, and ties to controversial artists like Red Rusker raise questions about radicalization. Was it just ideology, or did the internet's dark corners twist him? Now, tomorrow's memorial, it's not just a goodbye, it's a movement. Dubbed Building a Legacy, Remembering Charlie Kirk, it's set for State Farm Stadium, home of the NFL's Arizona Cardinals in Glendale, Arizona, TPUSA's backyard. This is a SEER Level 1 event, the highest national significance, with U.S. Secret Service coordinating security for a crowd expected to top 60,000. Doors open at 8 a.m., with the ceremony kicking off at 11 a.m. Attendees are urged to wear red, white, or blue, Sunday best to honor Charlie's patriotism. It's free, but requires registration at fightforcharlie.com. First come, first served. ABC News Live and Fox News will stream it, with Fox 5 DC starting at 11 a.m. ET. Charlie's body, escorted by VP Vance on Air Force 2 from Utah to Arizona on September 11th, will be central, a private family funeral already held. The program's a testament to Charlie's faith and fight, prayers, tributes, and speeches celebrating his unyielding spirit. Who's coming? The lineup's a who's who of conservative heavyweights, reflecting Charlie's reach. President Trump, who called Charlie a martyr and felt an obligation to attend, will deliver remarks and present the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Vice President J.D. Vance, who escorted Charlie's body, will speak on his friend's vision. Erika Kirk, now TPUSA's CEO, keynotes with a message of resilience, echoing her Instagram tribute. Forever admiring your greatness, sharing Charlie's final UVU photo, their basketball dates, his Work Harder, Be Better bracelet gifted to a student. Donald Trump Jr., Tucker Carlson, White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles, and Deputy Chief Stephen Miller will also take the stage, each tying Charlie's legacy to the MAGA fight. RFK Jr. and Tulsi Gabbard are expected, showing his bipartisan respect. Democrats like Obama condemned the killing, though debates rage over motives. Expect thousands of students, TPUSA supporters, and everyday Americans, from Arizona moms to college kids who saw Charlie as their voice. Vigils have already packed campuses. 54,000 new TPUSA chapter inquiries prove his movement's unstoppable. What's happening at the memorial? It's a blend of mourning and mobilization. Prayers will open, rooted in Charlie's Catholic faith, which deepened in his final years. His Bible giveaways inspired thousands, sparking the Charlie effect of packed churches. Tributes will highlight his journey, from Breitbart teen writer to Trump's 2024 campaign force, building a $12 million net worth through books like Time for a Turning Point. Erika's speech will center her battle cry, vowing to grow TPUSA bigger than Charlie dreamed. Trump's remarks will frame Charlie as a conservative hero, tying his death to the fight against radical left rhetoric. Music, patriotic anthems, and Christian hymns will fill the stadium, with visuals of Charlie's rallies flashing on screens. A moment of silence will honor his sacrifice, and TPUSA will announce a scholarship fund in his name. The crowd? Expect raw emotion, tears, cheers, and chants of Fight for Charlie. It's a call to carry his torch, not just grieve. The fallout's seismic. Trump's video tribute called Charlie legendary, predicting he'd have been president. Cox warned of threats to free speech. Media missteps, like Jimmy Kimmel's suspension for tying the shooter to MAGA, fueled outrage. Robinson's texts scream motive, hatred for Charlie's views on trans issues. Yet conspiracies swirl. Some claim the Dairy Queen photo of Robinson, dropped by Candace Owens, is a eye faked, lacking shoe shadows. FBI says it's real, but doubts linger. Charlie's death has lit a fire. Churches brim with new believers, Bibles fly off shelves, and Erika's leadership is doubling TPUSA's reach. Tomorrow's not closure, it's a launch pad. As Erika said, you have no idea the fire you ignited. So, what's next? How will Charlie's legacy shape America? What does this memorial mean to you? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's honor Charlie's fight together. Smash like, subscribe, stay vigilant. Truth demands it. Bye for now. In the sweltering midday sun of September 10th, 2025, the courtyard of Utah Valley University's Sorensen Student Center in Orem, Utah, pulsed with the energy of a political revival. Nearly 3,000 young conservatives, students, activists, and families had gathered for the kickoff of Charlie Kirk's American Comeback Tour, a series of events designed to rally the next generation against what Kirk often called the woke takeover of America. At 31, Kirk was a towering figure in the conservative movement, founder of Turning Point USA, a nonprofit that had mobilized millions on college campuses, a podcaster with a reach rivaling mainstream media, and a close ally of former President Donald Trump, whom he had helped court young voters in 2024. Kirk, with his sharp suits, rapid-fire rhetoric, and unapologetic takedowns of progressive policies, stood on stage tossing branded hats into the crowd, fielding questions on everything from campus censorship to mass shootings. It was quintessential Kirk, energetic, combative, unfiltered. Then, at approximately 12:20 p.m. Mountain Time, a single supersonic crack shattered the moment. A high-velocity round struck Kirk in the neck, severing arteries and causing catastrophic bleeding. He slumped forward, clutching his throat as security personnel rushed him offstage and into a waiting SUV. Sirens wailed as the vehicle sped toward Timpanogos Regional Hospital, just miles away. Despite emergency surgery, Kirk was pronounced dead on arrival at 12:47 p.m. The cause: massive blood loss from a gunshot wound. What began as a routine rally had become the latest and most shocking chapter in a year marred by political violence, from assassination attempts on Trump to targeted killings of public figures. The immediate aftermath was pandemonium. Eyewitnesses described a stampede as the crowd surged toward exits, phones held high, capturing the horror in grainy videos that would flood social media within minutes. Utah Valley University, UVU, locked down the campus, issuing alerts via text and app. Active shooter situation. Shelter in place. Local law enforcement, bolstered by FBI agents from the Salt Lake City field office, swarmed the scene. Drones buzzed overhead, scanning rooftops and wooded areas. By 12:36 p.m., a premature university alert declared a suspect in custody, sparking brief hope. But it was a false alarm, the result of confusion over a bizarre interloper in the crowd. That interloper was George Zinn, a 71-year-old Salt Lake City activist with a history of disruptive protests. Known for his libertarian leanings and penchant for crashing political events, Zinn had positioned himself near the stage. Moments after the shot, he dropped to the ground, stripped off his pants in a theatrical display and shouted, "I shot him, now shoot me!" Twice, according to body camera footage released days later. Officers cuffed him amid the